Start streaming. Won't let me link it till it's live. I think we're live. Excellent connection. I'll be the judge of that. Alright, we do seem to be live. Copy my Lizardy link. Boom, sharing it. Uh-oh. Discord's struggling. Hello, Shark. Alright, now, to post this in a couple of other places, why is Discord struggling so much? Nothing I'm doing should be requiring this much of my CPU. Seems to be, though. Hopefully it's not in ill omen. If the game crashes, I can lose minutes of progress. No post. Hashtag. Where's the... Should I tag this as modded vintage story or just vintage story? I shall do both. Boom. Follow me on Blue Sky, by the way. I went through all the trouble of making a new edit. Change. Can I change this while I'm live? I'm sure it won't break anything. File size is bigger than 2 megabytes. That's probably why it didn't work earlier. So I can scale that down. Image crop to section. Don't worry, the stream will happen. Save it. Yep, override it, doesn't matter. Okay. Change it. It's important we use the thumbnail I painstakingly made. There we go. Hopefully, I can update that midstream without actually breaking anything. Alright. I can finally start moving around again. Does anybody remember what I was doing last time? I want to find an oak tree so I can make a proper door. Considering my current condition, I should probably find some food, though. I've got plenty of food in my house. You can never have enough food, but I do have food in my house. I should probably look around. Surely there's another mod that actually adds fishing. What is in this stew? Because it sucks. One moment, I've got a message on the Discord. Oh. It's nothing much. Just somebody sharing Avoli stickers. If y'all are interested in Avoli, and you totally should be, I reposted it, like I quote tweeted, or not quote tweeted, quote posted, whatever you would call it, on Blue Sky. Some art somebody made of my Avoli for me. Here's the oak tree. Only reason I didn't find this last time must be because of that stupid bear. On that note, there could be another bear. So let's just cut this down. Yep, fishing and smithing. I should make a prospecting pick. I don't know what I was about to say, but hopefully it wasn't prostate. I should have just kept that to myself, honestly. That's fine. I'm sure nobody's watching. I do wish I could post, or not post, but like pin my viewer count somewhere on screen that I can see it. Apparently I had 52 concurrent viewers at some point last stream. And that is like really good for a tiny channel nobody's ever heard of like mine. You know what I should have done was cut the branches first to get some acorns from that. I think I planted an acorn somewhere, but I should plant more. It's whatever. Nobody was here to witness my stupid... Oh, look at that. I got an acorn from it. I'll just be more careful in the future. Don't let me be so careless in the future, because I will forgore. Or I guess forget. Moisture. Do. Yep, growth speed does not seem to be changing. They should unnerf my, whatchamacallit? Earthworm castings. Alright. Let's go ahead and saw up some oak logs. I don't know, I'm like this. How do I craft? Yep, there we go. I have to decide where I actually want to live. Where is a good spot? I guess I can clear out this area. Aw. We'll just leave the stream running. I will farm, watch time. That's not cheating, I'm sure. If it works, it's a feature. Alright, leave that as it is. Let's go ahead and clear out a small space to be my starter actual home. What did I plant here? Raspberry. Alright, that's fine. Those won't get in the way. They shouldn't, anywho. Alright. I should map this out. I don't want my home to be too small, but I also don't want to be too big. Because, like, you can't furnish a large house. I can't furnish a large house anyway. I'm sure somebody could do it. See, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 7 that way. Hello! I'm actually not male. And if I could, my character would be an Avali, not a kobold. Unfortunately, there is no Avali model yet. I think technically the proper non-binary equivalent is MX, but I just don't like how that looks or sounds. Alright, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go 7 by 9. Like, it's just a rectangle, but this is just a starter house. I can also expand it, assuming I don't do anything too stupid. Just cut to me in 7 hours doing something super stupid. What I gotta do is find bees. YouTube has, or at least it used to have, some kind of pronouns feature. Although with America being the way that it is, and Google being stationed in America, I would not be surprised if they just decided to remove that randomly. Yeah, I'm just framing my new house. I can finally make oak logs. Or oak planks. I could... you know what I mean. I'm just digging out the floor so that I get a good idea what the shape is. I'm not just gonna live in another hole in the ground. Yet. That will probably end up happening. But I'm thinking of either using basalt cobblestone for the floor, or just like collecting some smooth basalt. Because that doesn't look bad, but I don't know if it would be good for, like, the entire floor. Hard to collect, for sure. I mean, I've made so many planks. I've still got almost 3 stacks of oak on me, and then there's all this maple. Oh no, pine. So the saw doesn't break as quickly as you think it would. That will last me a good while. And hopefully, before I need to replace it, I've at least got the copper to make another one. I've only got enough to make a pickaxe and a prospecting pick at this point. Which I'll probably have to do. But I'm just trying to get my house looking situated first. This house does look a little bit too rectangular. I plan on adding to it in the future. So we're just going to call this the temporary living room. I'm tired. Unfortunately, I have to deal with my landlord later today. So I'm either going to be very tired for most of the day, or I'm going to be asleep when the realtor gets here. Obviously, being asleep when the realtor gets here is funny, but probably not ideal. Alright, if I was my basalt. Oh, I had the majority of it on me. Well, let's leave it there. Let's make way too much cobblestone. Oh, here we go. Boom. That only makes 16. That might not be enough cobblestone. Before I make more... Alright, just making sure that I don't have more somewhere. Whoops. $16, there we go. Alright, I don't think that'll be enough to get the floor down, but let me out. Yeah, cobblestone for the floor is probably not a bad idea. And then I can collect smooth stone. Stone bricks, I think, requires mortar, which is not something I can make at the moment. Let's look up. Let's just look up brick. That's not how you spell anything. Black clay brick. What is clinker? Clinker clay. I'm kind of curious as to what that is. Running bond. Ceramic. This is a vanilla feature. Yeah, it requires mortar to make bricks. I need more copper anyway. I'm going to need more basalt. Just to fill a hole in the ground. Does anybody remember why I came in here? Let's see here. How do I make an oak door? Sleek door. Gatekeeper's blueprint. That's not what I want at all. Nope, let's just try door. Probably just looking for solid. Yeah, it's not too hard to do. And boom, just like that, I've got a door that won't fall off the hinges every 30 seconds. I'll put that on the house as soon as it's actually ready to go. And then I'll throw that in the water. It's basically like a raft. Check it out, it even floats. And put that in the Titanic and smoke it. I should probably make more copper. I believe there's still surface copper I can get to, though. What did I do? Nope, it's on my person. Boom, ba-boom. Super unorganized. It's just who I am as a person. Alright. I think I'm out of firewood. I could grab planks to burn. No, don't do that to me. That's a bad idea. I don't even know why I would bring it up. Probably because I'm a comedian. I'm not funny, but I'm a comedian, technically. Throw that there. Boom. We've got some night to kill. Technically, I don't have to turn these into planks, or ingots. I think I've got molds for both of these. Did I make a prospecting pick mold? Here we go. Let's go ahead and place my dirt. Not there. What is this? Ooh, basalt cobblestone. I suppose I could also look for some ruins to steal basalt cobblestone from. Put that there. Oh, never picked this back up. Where is it? Yoink. Put that there. Do I have... 3 charcoal is probably not going to be enough. While that browns, let's go grab a tiny bit more charcoal. Quickly before the demons get to me. Right, that should be plenty. It is weirdly quiet out here. I guess rift activity is calm. Alright. Throw that in there. Can't forget to have my wooden tongs equipped. Boom. 200 units of copper. I guess I can show off prospecting as soon as I go do that. Or rather, show off the extreme basics of prospecting. The odds of me actually finding anything I'm looking for are pretty slim. Have I found limestone at any point in my travels? Doesn't look like it. It's all snow and ice. I should stop trying to wander off. I've got time to wander off. Once I make a quern, which won't be for a while, my fish traps that I can't see can collect seashells, which I can grind up into lime. And you can use lime to turn hide into leather. I'm going to need a lot more oak, though. So those acorns I planted better grow fast. A lot of this game requires just hours of your time to actually accomplish anything. But the vibes are immaculate, so it gets away with it. Can I not stand on that while I'm trying to pour molten metal into it? Alright, now I eep. Can I make a better bed now that I have a saw? Not bed of nails. A bed. Wooden bed. Yes, I can make an actual bed now. Which will allow me to sleep for like an additional hour and a half. My copper is done. I don't have the sticks I need to actually do anything. I might as well place these, because I don't need them on my person. I've also got these 2 trunks. Look at all that storage space I'm not using. I'm not using it because I'm... like, I don't want to use it. I'm not using it because I'm stupid. Alright. That will hopefully be enough oak logs, or planks, to finish my house. Oh yeah. That's 48 oak logs right there. Each stack. And then this top one is only 26. which is like half of 48, according to my bad math. Alright, so prospecting in this game is a huge pain in the arse. Are you mature? Almost. So before you start prospecting, you're going to want either rock faces like this, where you can actually get to it from the surface. Unless this is all gravel. That is all gravel. I might have to dig a hole, which is fine. I was planning on digging a hole anyway. Alright, we're digging a hole. Oh, the basalt's not that deep. You get go a couple blocks away for each sample, unfortunately. So your prospecting pick has two modes. You can press F to switch between them. There's density search mode, which is the basic, and then there's node search mode, which is disabled on servers by default. It's not hard to turn on, and it still works, so I don't know why it's disabled by default. Anyway, so you take your first sample, and it's like, alright, 2 more samples needed. You need to go over a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 more to go. Go over a couple. I think it needs to be more than 3. And right here, I've got very poor galenia, which I believe is lead, very poor native copper, and then minuscule amounts of these things, which means I'm very likely not going to find anything here. And if you press M on your map, it's red to tell you that this area is shit. There is just no lore here. No ore. There might be lore there. Oh, cool thing you can do, though, is with node search, it's probably just going to tell me that there's quartz here. But node search looks at the area around where you break and tells you what's in it. It only goes about 6 blocks, though. So yeah, quartz, large amounts, which means that there's not silver or gold there. Or if there is, it's not close enough that I'm picking it up. Alright, I think I should have just kept all that dirt on me. I don't know why I'm doing this. Probably because I'm silly. I think this is the one where I did a lot of digging around and then just did not actually find anything. Oh, lag spike. Alright, I'm good. I can't actually get towards, get past this. You need bronze to break quartz. So if the copper I'm looking for is on the other side of that, ow, I'm kind of SOL. There's also only small amounts of the copper anyway. There's more quartz, can't dig through it. Alright, that only injured me because it wanted to. Realistically, the copper is more this way anyway. Just gotta find a good spot to dig down. It should be fine. Yeah, I can use the node search, even if density search isn't the easiest thing in the world to use. And break. Yep, still small amounts of native copper. There's a good chance that this quartz is just trying to screw me over. Alright, the quartz did let me through. And I found my native copper. It's rich, too. Which is good, because, Did my pickaxe refresh its durability? No, I just made this one. Which means I've got another pickaxe at home somewhere that I should be using instead. But nobody ever said I was smart. Oh, wow. Look, that's why I was digging around looking for the copper before, and I missed it by this much. Cave-ins, at least like stone cave-ins, are disabled by default. You can build support anchors to keep them from caving in, but if you don't want to do that, you can just leave cave-ins off. I'm all for realism in video games, but when realism gets you killed or is overly tedious, it's just a touch too far. Of course, I don't usually like mining. I prefer, like, fishing, farming, cooking. Well, still small amounts of copper, and clearing that revealed to me the copper. I wonder if I should mine out smooth basalt while I'm down here. Worst case scenario... Oh, it's dust. I don't want to break that. I was gonna say worst case scenario, I just throw away some of my grain, but nope, that's rust dust. Throwing that away would be stupid, but... if I need the inventory space, who knows? My new home is going to be made with basalt, cobblestone for the floor. I'm going to use polished basalt for like an accent wall, or at least like under the oak planks. And then I'm going to use oak planks for like the majority of the wall. I would use walnut if I had it, but I don't. Oh, you know what else I don't have on me is my torch. And I have a bunch of clay on me I shouldn't have. I'm gonna collect some stuff and then I'm gonna head out, because my inventory is not suited for adventuring right now. Yeah, I plan on making a kitchen. I've already made a saucepan and everything, I just haven't had an excuse to use it. I will need a cellar as well. Alright. So what I'm doing right now, it looks silly, and it kind of is. Whoops. Is that I'm trying to isolate the blocks so that I can collect them as smooth. Because as soon as they don't have a support, they'll drop as a stone block instead of just little individual loose stones. This isn't the best use for my pickaxe, but I've got a bunch more. Fortunately, there's no cave-in. Like, I don't have that enabled. I'm not so sadistic that I will cause cave-ins on myself. What do I not need? I can never have enough sticks. Let's go ahead and drop these, though, so I can pick up my smooth stone. Not those. There we go. Collecting the smooth stone I need for my house is going to be a bit of a pain. What I'd need, and it would be impractical to do since scheduling is a pain, is just somebody who really likes mining in this game. Have them do my mining for me. I don't think I can make bloomeries yet. I think those require fire clay. They might not require fire clay. I shall check. Cutting down trees gets you a lot of sticks, but I'm going to assume that that's because it also breaks the leaves. There is a mod that lets you turn firewood into sticks. All that work for 7 rock? I haven't done the math yet, but I'm going to need a lot of this for my house. But it's fine. I'm just impatient. This game is mostly about appreciating the vibes. As soon as I get a staff, actually, I can cast Transmute, which is better at getting sticks from trees. It's gonna be a while until I have a staff, unless I've got the recipe wrong. Alright, 12 basalt rock is enough for now. I kinda don't want to leave this stuff behind. Let's go ahead and place this rusty gear here. Gather more of my stone and then bounce. Alright, let's get out of here while I'm still alive to get out of here. If I can find my exit. I made a new one. There we go. You can meditate to use magic. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but my total mana, I've got 10 out of 10. And so meditation does cost temporal stability. But since I don't currently have any mana missing, I can put all those down, and then I can just sit here. And if we watch my character, they should start meditating. Yep, there you go. Those blue particle effects are the meditation. You hear faint whispers as you begin to meditate. It's dangerous to do if your stability is low, which mine tends to be. But I've not even done anything stupid yet, so my stability is fine. I'm constantly doing stupid things, but that's a later problem. Ooh, a rift. I need these. Yeah, what do I not care about? I can get those back. Alright, don't make me insane. Put that there. Put that. Come on. Just dropping rocks. Dropping rocks. Everyone is jealous that I'm dropping rocks on the ground. Hell yeah. I don't have the inventory space for this either. That didn't give me anything. Panning is not really good for getting anything, unless what you really need is a candle and you don't have bees. If you can avoid panning, I would. What the hell? Is that trader talking to me from all the way over here? Probably wondering what I'm doing playing with this. Oh, I can break this. Oh, I just dropped some stone. Where have I been getting enchanted stone? Probably that just now. Imbued with magic essence. Oh, another crystal. Dropped me nothing. Oh, there's something else on the ground. Primal Arcanus. What do I do with that? It's an ingredient for Magician's Staff. I need 4 of them. And some rift charges. Yeah, that's not realistic for what I'm doing. I should probably just leave this alone and focus on my house. What the hell? Probably just my own arm. Own arm jump scare. Yes, rusty gears are used as trading items with merchants. That one alone is not going to do anything. And realistically, as a mage, I'm just likely to turn the rusty gear into more rusty dust. Alright, stuff I don't need on me. I got a good amount of native copper. What can I do with this? Enchanted stone. Well, let's check that out. Actually, before I go doing silly things, is there anything else I can make with this? Nothing good. So yeah, let's just make enchanted stone. Enchanted cobblestone is 8 cobblestone and 1 clay. Put that there. Boom. This matches my house perfectly. That is I don't mind how it looks. That does not look good with the basalt. It's not fair to say it's ugly. It just doesn't match. Is it animated or is it just blue? Maybe it glows, I can't tell. Oh, no, it's not Minecraft. I don't know how to explain it. It's very similar in ways that matter, I guess. It's pretty easy to get lost in the world, though. Like earlier, I was smithing out here. Oh, there's a seashell, and here's a fish. Unfortunately, the fish aren't a vanilla feature. But yeah, I was smithing, and then you could just hear the water, like, gently crashing against my dirt shack. And I don't know, the vibes are just really good. It takes quite a few more steps to get anything done, but it does also make you really feel like you've worked for what you've got. Without being overly tedious. Where's my hammer? I guess things can be pretty tedious. I tend not to like mining. If I was in a server, I wouldn't be doing the mining at all. I would just be cooking for folks. Do-do-do. Perfect. I suppose I could use enchanted blocks in my kitchen. How do I make more enchanted stone? Oh, I just combine rust dust with rocks. That sounds wasteful, though. I'll continue to break these that I find in rifts. That'll be how I get my rusty stone, or magic stone. Little nerd. Like, look at that, that one gave me 14, unless I already had my rock on me from earlier. Boom. I'm getting nothing from these rift blooms. You can use a chisel to break apart mostly broken metal things, but you don't get a whole lot back. It would be easier to just find more copper as soon as I'm ready to turn it into an alloy. I got distracted. I need more firewood. Might have to just cut down another tree. I don't want to cut this tree down. It's been with me for ages now. But you can kind of re-smelt down other copper objects. You just need to break it first. Pine log. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. If instead of making cobblestone I make smooth stone, not only will I get more enchanted stone from it, but it would probably look better as like a countertop. A copper hatchet is a luxury. Like, it's convenient to have, sure, but stone axes work just fine. I forgot there was copper over here. I have it marked on my map and everything. So I might make an iron axe. Oh, there goes my stone axe. But making a copper one seems excessive. Besides, people just like watching me cut down trees. It takes 30 minutes for cutting down one tree, but it's worth it. Like, look at all that firewood I got. Pick this back up. Definitely cannot forget to equip my tongs. Let's see here, enchanted stone. I don't know, the cobblestone looks better to me. Maybe there's another type of enchanted stone that I can make a countertop out of. Enchanted chalice? That's not even how you spell chalice. What is this? Primal enchanted chalice. Ooh, a seraphic enchanted chalice. Which seems to be the highest level. Not that I know what it does. This mod has added, like, Rustbound magic has changed a whole lot since I played with it back in 1.19. I don't think I understand anything. Just in general. Not entirely related to the mod. Primal Nexus can be used to make an Arcanus. That doesn't even... What? I need an Eldrathrium Resonator, which is probably a lot more rare than the Arcanus I'm trying to collect. Do you need... I believe you need bronze to be able to collect iron. But I should... I mean, I might need a bronze anvil as well. So yes, I need a bronze pick and a bronze anvil, but I can totally just use a copper hammer to make iron stuff. Which seems a bit unrealistic. That's taking its sweet time. I should probably put this on. Boom. I should also relocate my molds. Oh, where did the other one go? I don't know why I thought those would stack. They're different things entirely. Somewhere over the rainbow. What's that? Better not be anything jumping in my pond. Nope. On that note, my... Oh, great. Go away, I don't even have magic yet. I don't have real magic. And there's a fire elemental outside. It's just minding its own business, though. Sweet. Less sweet. I was hoping... that fire elemental's not hurting anybody. Sounds like it's trying to, though. There we go. Alright. Go ahead and put this back. Grab my totally not almost broken spear. So not use that. Oh yeah, I left all my sticks in that cave. Oh, I've got 2 on me, never mind. I don't have anything to nap, though. Huh, maybe it went away on its own. It's largely a joke. I should make a spear. I don't think I can make a bone spear, but that would be pretty cool. Boom. Alright. Spear get. Put that down. Spearhead made. I don't know where the fire dude went, though. Oh, there he is. Get down here and fight me. I'm glad that he doesn't actually seem to be able to start fires. Like, he's using fire magic, sure. But if he was able to start fires, he would probably be making a mess of my home. Missed me, sucker. I can't imagine this is easy to watch. Ow. That did not do as much damage as I thought it would. Are you dead? Yes, that was it dying. Alright. Really? A single rusty dust? I probably could have not bothered. No, a lot of stones can be used for napping. I wasn't using flint, I was just using basalt. So this is a basalt spear that is already almost broken. Come on, set it down. Soft copper. As soon as I get a chisel, I'm going to show off what the polished basalt looks like. Hopefully it looks good with the color scheme I've got scheming. It's going to be mostly black. Unless I can find a stone type I like in the area. Not likely though. What the hell is that? Probably nothing. It would be nice if my rift blooms would hurry up and grow. I need to make an apprentice staff. Actually, I might need a makeshift staff. Nope, probably not called that anymore. Just search staff. Yes, apprentice. Does seem to be level 1. Which requires an arcanus, 2 shifting fiber, and a stick. Well, 2 sticks. That requires 4 shifting fibers, 4 rusty dust, and 2 small crystals, which I can get by breaking these large ones down. Give me this. Where's my hammer? Is it still on my person? It totally is. That's not how I break that down, apparently. Oh, I guess that is just a small crystal. Shows how much I'm paying attention. I mean, there are bears and wolves in the forest. I'm out here in a barren area, so I'm less likely to be bothered. I have indeed been chased under the water by bears, though. So just because I'm in a slightly safer space doesn't mean that I'm not in danger. What the hell did I just step on? Did I take damage? Am I hallucinating? I'm not starving. Must have been the wind. Whoop. No, I'm still filling out the floor. I'm just not doing it very efficiently. I will be digging a shelter, or not shelter, cellar, and then I have to fight the urge to become an undergrounder again. I tend to dig a hole and just kind of live in it. Like this, but bigger. Like I'll dig extended hallways and stuff. It's not the best way to live, but it's how I live. Oh, it's probably the copper. Well, if that is what hurt me earlier, it was pretty delayed. Yoink. Place that there. I need another fish. Nope, no worms. I don't think you can get worms this way anymore. At the very least, in all of my testing, it hasn't worked. Alright, let's look for rocks that have been on the ground for more than a couple of seconds. No worms. No worms. Ooh, Dugros. It's not ripe yet, though. No worms. Please, game, my kingdom for some worms. My kingdom is just a hole in the ground, but that's not relevant. What the heck is that? Just a random particle floating by. I might need to break out the earthworm gunter. Well, let's go ahead and put my pickaxe down next to my other one. Earthworm gunter. No, they will not respawn, but the world is huge. And I could be redropping them. Keep your eyes open for any worms. I would imagine that the sticks just, or not sticks, the rocks just need to be on the ground longer for a worm to actually spawn under them. Which is a good balance. More realistic. No worms. Where are all of my worms? But that's fine, this is peak entertainment. I shall become known as that vintage store YouTuber that spends hours at a time just gunting for earthworms. I'm sure somebody would watch it. Right, this is getting excessive. Where are my worms? Nobody actually cares about flint. Worm. Must bait the trap. I probably need a second worm. Yeah. This trap's got a seashell in it. Or it did. Where'd my seashell go? That's odd. I'm not gonna pretend I know where my seashell went. I'm just gonna keep gunting for worms. Nothing. I guess I can place some of these back in hopes that eventually a worm will spawn under them. Not what I'm trying to do. Me worms. Now, those thorn bushes are a proper thorn in my side. Alright, now, back to the magic. This mod pack, or rather, all the mods I do have, do add magic. But when I say magic, I mean worms. Right, no one's baited. Boom. Depending on the status of my copper, I can either go to bed or start working. Hardened copper. Go ahead and put my gunter back down. Whoop. Hammer. Well, first of all this, then hammer. Let's grab my torch. I should consider making another hammer as well. I've got more copper nearby, but not in indefinite amount. Yeah, this is a little forge. You put down an ingot in a piece of charcoal or coal, and it heats it up so it can be worked. I'm currently trying to make a chisel, which is a luxury item that I don't necessarily need, but it will help with the construction of my house. How do I make bloomeries? Bloomery base is with fire clay bricks. I was right, I need fire clay. What do I find? Fire clay. Shift right click on the ground to speak in clay forming. That's not helpful. Fire clay is found naturally in areas of bauxite sand or gravel in small patches at the surface. Great, I have to find bauxite. It's that ugly red sand I don't like so much. Should be easy to see on the map. Oh yeah, no, the chisel system in this game is great. I am not a very creative person. That should have gotten hotter. Yoink. Did charcoal just become less efficient in a random update that I didn't notice taking place? Ignore that loud sound if you heard it. That was just my box cutter falling out of my pocket. Copper chisel. Look at that charcoal I'm wasting. Alright. Let's go ahead and start... Whoops. A little bit more carefully than that. Let's go ahead and start chipping away. Chisel. I do have the Chisel Tools mod, so I can actually do more unique things with chisels than you can without it. Boom. I should probably cool this off. Nothing out here waiting to kill me this time. I'd be waiting out here to kill me. Mother Nature's probably just trying to lull me into a false sense of security. Right, you cool enough to hold? Yes. Let's go ahead and set this down somewhere. I'll put it next to the gunter for now. Yes, if you lose too many voxels to actually finish your project, you need to heat up another ingot, and you can add it to what you're working on. But most things can be made with a single ingot. So that's if something seriously messed up. So like if you have to, you can save a project. It's just not ideal. Right, basalt rock. Chisel, basalt rock, hammer. I should do with one to start. Alright. How does this look as like an accent piece? Let me grab my torch, since I insist on being mostly active when it's dark. Like... Yeah, so how does that look for like around the house? This will be under the oak. And if I ever get any windows, it'll be on there as well. My inventory is a mess. Boom. Maybe put that horizontal. I don't think I can rotate that easily. There we go. Alright, the color scheme is starting to come together. It's just a lot of black and brown. I mean, using smooth smooth stone for a cellar would be a bit absurd. I'm going to need a lot of these, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, quite a few. Quite a few. But that's fine. Because it's one of those chill, relaxing things you can actually do. I'm going to need to find tin before I can start collecting quartz to make windows. I'd also be able to, or like to be able to make glass bottles. Fruit press. Is it not called a fruit press? What is it called? I could have sworn it's called a fruit press. Maybe it's one word. Yes, it's one word. Let's see, I need resin, a bunch of planks. Surely that can be other things. Yeah, okay, so I can use... probably use copper. Copper chisel. Let's see. Nope, doesn't seem to be copper. Copper rod, can it be used in the making of a fruit press? It can. Good, good. I'm not currently making fruit juice, but I do need a fruit press for a lot of recipes in the future. So it's going to be part of my expanded, beautiful kitchen. I'm going to drop off a bunch of stuff I don't actually need on me. I do need this on me. Don't need this. Don't need these all the time. Definitely don't need my hammer. Don't let me forget to organize these later. Definitely don't need my firewood. Let's go ahead and put this in the house somewhere. Good enough. How are my fish traps doing? Oh, great. It's just a bluegill. It's not very good. Not very good at all. How'd that not break my knife? Alright, so I've got 3 fish in there. I need an even number. Or I need a bunch of grain. Or produce, like vegetables. Super organized. Sea berries. I don't think you can make... No, that wouldn't work. I can make a jam, but not with fish in it. I'd try it, but I don't have high hopes for that being very good at all. Alright, let's dig a hole. Why is the stone so deep? I need surface stone, please. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So come over 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I don't even have on me is a pickaxe. What the hell was that? Probably a shiver. Oh no, it's a... I can't remember what these guys are called. I'll come back with my spear. What are those dudes called? It's just some asshole shooting arrows at me. Now it's bothering me that I genuinely can't remember their name. I don't think either of these spears are going to survive. Let's go and just grab a pickaxe. And then continue what I was doing, which is trying to prospect further. It's better to be a tiny bit more methodical about your prospecting. There's some flax. Probably pick that up. Where'd he go? My coward ran from me. Anyway, in case he comes back, I'll just be prepared. Here's another good spot. Basalt rock. Alright. Density search. Two more samples needed. One more sample needed. Boom. Still very poor. Minuscule amounts of native copper. So as you can see, I went from very poor, galenia, which is lead, I don't need that, 1.23% whatever, to 1.6. So that is actually a tiny bit better. So if I kept going this way, I would eventually find a decent amount of lead. Hello! I'm actually not male. But you are welcome here regardless. My YouTube profile picture does have the non-binary flag, but I guess not a whole lot of people will know what that is. Also, I don't speak that much Spanish. Solamente hablo poquito español. Probably speak more Finnish than Spanish at this point. But I don't speak a lot of Finnish either. Why am I running out here? I'm not even looking for lead. A shovel would be handy. Oh heck yeah, raspberries. Don't eat those. Alright, so if I can collect any amount of vegetable grain, I can make like a porridge or soup with fish and raspberries. That doesn't sound very appetizing, but Your character in this game will eat basically anything. I need to get not too sidetracked that I forget to do that before my fish rots. Are puffball mushrooms edible? I can't imagine they are, but it's worth a shot. Oh, maybe I need a knife to actually harvest them. Or they just explode. Do need a knife. Oh, and yes, they are edible. I just kind of assumed they were just big mushroom gunk, completely inedible. Oh, there goes my knife. Got 2 spears on me. That doesn't help, though. Was this more raspberries? Yes. Flint. Here we go. I can make a new knife. I just need a stick. I'm showing off prospecting, but I'm not doing a very good job of either prospecting or not getting distracted. Assault. Leaves. Here we go. Branchy leaves. Made a knife. I can also grab raspberry bush cuttings while I'm out here. Oh, it's a butterfly. Puffball. One more. I actually need a 6th, but I think... Yes, I'm currently on 1.20.12? I'm not playing on the test branch. So there is a beta. I mean, technically it's all early access. There is a beta that I'm not playing, so there is technically another version after this, but I'm playing on the latest stable. I'm not even prospecting very well. If you look at the 2 readings I've done, I mean, there's nothing here. But I took a reading over here, and then I took a reading over here. Where really, if you want to do it effectively, you're supposed to be doing it like every 60 blocks. Something like that. Oh, I need another puffball mushroom. Or just a better source of food in general. I guess I could make a porridge. Depending on how much flax I get. That's not a lot of flax. Not a promising amount anyway. Starvation is always a real risk in this game. Especially when you're getting distracted every 30 seconds. It marked on your map as well back in version 1.19. It's done that for as long as I can remember, but I cannot remember very far back. Up I hear wolves. What the hell? Are raspberry bushes? Okay, they've got thorns. Makes sense. I didn't even know raspberry bushes had thorns. I guess blackberries do. I don't have wild raspberries where I live. But it makes sense. Oh, I hear a wolf. I wonder if there are mods that make prospecting easier. Surely there are. Although prospecting's not even that hard, it's more finding what you're looking for, which is primarily luck. I know how to look for what I'm looking for, but if it doesn't spawn in the area, it's not going to help me. Oh, Chanterelle. These are like pretty rare in Stardew Valley. Where'd it go? I cut it with a knife and everything. It's just not here. That one dropped. Curious. I mean, I would need 6 of them to actually make a meal anyway. Huh, that one didn't drop anything. I guess they're rare in Vintage Story as well. I should head back to my house, figure out what exactly I'm going to do with all this food. Not that I have a lot of food on me. Birch leaves. Can't harvest raspberries with my knife, apparently. But I got a bunch of cuttings, so I'm going to be planting raspberries. More of them, rather, near my house. Let's head back and collect more of that surface copper. I can also come back here and collect some of this basalt cobblestone instead of making it all myself. Boom. You know, I have the Better Ruins mod installed, but I've not seen any Better Ruins yet. Well, that could have sucked. This is a strange place I've decided to set up in. There's just all these mounds of basalt gravel everywhere. Ow. Darn dog rose. I was hoping I'd be able to run through that. 10 more raspberry bushes. These do have thorns, so I've got to be careful about that. Come on, grass. Why am I going with like a long... whatever. I'll just make like a wall of thorned bushes. My crops are doing nice. There is more copper there I can collect. What I want is tin so I can actually make it alloy. I could always also go through the long and arduous process of panning for silver and gold. Probably have enough to make a black bronze pickaxe before the heat death of the universe. Didn't come out this far. One of these days I'm going to fall in one of these holes I keep making. I'll go one over. Alright. I'm still in density search. I wonder why it requires 3 samples. Realism? Difficulty? Very poor, copper. Oh, what is this? Nickel. That doesn't help me, but Cuprio nickel, I think it's called, is the same metal that all of the Jonas stuff is made out of. That being the sci-fi stuff in this game. Not like one of the Jonas brothers. I don't think that they even did metal. Yeah, I mean, prospecting is something that people do in real life. Probably need a lot of samples to actually get half-decent results. And of course everything is done with like scanners these days. And of course mining is not even a thing anymore. They just clear entire mountaintops. 2 more. I don't even think I'm far enough away from that first one for this to be a good reading, but 'tis what it is. Ah, poor cassiterite. If I can find good cassiterite, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Alright, which way are we feeling? South, east, or west for more cassiterite? We're gonna chase this tin to its source, and then actually enter the Bronze Age one of these days. I like how 15 minutes ago I'm like, I'm gonna finish my house, and now I'm just like, let's prospect. I was looking for food out here, but sometimes you just get distracted. Push comes to shove, I can just eat all these things raw. Crowberry. I believe crowberry is edible. Unless it's not. Alright. I love when I don't have to dig too far to get to the rock. I also love when it's not even a rock. It's a rock lobster. Let's just go ahead and continue this way. Make sure it's in a straight line. Yep, this is far enough. It's a good thing I've got access to more copper, though, because my prospecting pick is taking a lot of damage, and I'm not even finding anything out here. I also wonder if you can actually tell what kind of minerals are in the area. Whoops. Hopefully my prospecting is still working. Still says one more sample. Fingers crossed I didn't lose nothing. Poor cassiterite. It's still 0.06%. Yeah, it was 0.06 there, and it's 0.06 here. I'll continue west a couple more blocks, and then if it doesn't start going up, I'm gonna head east. Or maybe south. Oh, I hear a drifter. Oh, it's not a drifter, it's an elemental. You have too much health to be worth my time. I'm just looking for tin. These elementals sound very similar. They almost sound like blazes from Minecraft. I think that's what it is. Of course, it's a modded mob. Could you go away? So it's not Tyron's fault, or whatever the name of the developer is, that they sound exactly like blazes. That's a decision the mod developer made. I think I lost it. I can still see it, so surely it can still see me. Alright, this seems like a good stretch for prospecting. Also, I like how basalt is shaped in real life. I like the color of it in the game, so it's probably better that it's not all hexagony. Because that would be hard to actually build with. Hello, Placenta Burrito. I'm teaching everybody how to prospect. I mean, I'm not doing that. If that is what I'm trying to do, I'm not doing a very good job. 2 more samples needed. 1 more sample to go. Poor cinnabar. Halite. Alright, I seem to have lost the tin completely, so let's head east. If I'm not gonna cook, I should probably just eat all of these raw things I've got on me. I do like how I bring up unprompted that farming and cooking is one of my favorite things to do in this game, or are 2 of my favorite things to do in this game. And then I'll just, instead of cooking, shove 26 raw raspberries down my face. Being haunted by the sound of eating. The delayed sound of eating. Also, there's another elemental there. It's not even the same one that was just trying to kill me. Ooh. No, those are just the crowberries again. I suppose I can check to see if they are edible. They are. Might as well pick these up for the road. They're not very good. Did you? Without the mod that marks the chunks on the map? I mean, it marks it kind of. This is a vanilla feature. If you mean, or do you mean like the actual chunks themselves, so I don't have to do all the guesswork? Because I'm not doing that either. I'm just kind of prospecting every 100 blocks or so. You wanna see me jump into this water to prospect even though I'm carrying my torch? That does sound handy. Oh, there's also some copper around here, apparently. Let's go ahead and go 4 over. Well, technically 5 over, but... Alright. I didn't actually count that time, but it's a 5 or 6. I don't know, I'm just prospecting by vibes. This has never failed me in the past, except for the several times I was looking for borax, in which case it's failed me every time in the past. Alright. Native copper and more galenia, which is lead, I guess. It's south. I might not get, like, very rich tin, but surely I can get better than very poor. What are these? Unripe dog rose. Wee. Oh yeah, I also started building a house. You can tell that that's going well, by which I mean I wandered off. I just came out here to find food, and then I started prospecting. But how far into the ground is stone? Not very far at all. I wonder what makes it cracked. Maybe it's really good at Call of Duty. Cracked is a good thing, right? I don't understand how young folks talk. Let's go ahead and start on this one. Two more samples to go. Poor Cassiterite. I am actually getting better readings, so it's this way. I'll find this tin if it kills me. It'll probably kill me. Like, not the tin itself, but the world will. I don't know, the tin would probably kill me if it had the chance. Maybe you can also find that walnut tree out here. Since I am heading back in the way of spawn. Walnut is my favorite lumber despite how kind of dull it looks. Or maybe that's why it's my favorite. I don't know, I just like muted colors. Boom. Poor Cassiterite. It's worse this way. Oh, I'll definitely fall into these later, but it's fine. That's just free entertainment. Alright. Let's go somewhere in the middle of these two, but this way. No, because I lost it going east before. I'll do it here. If I had infinite free time and picks, I could totally find the tin just digging around blindly. That's gravel. I could have sworn there was some exposed stone, but I guess not. Here we go. Oh, these samples are too close together. I still need another one. Let's go all the way over here. Not like that. This should be far enough. Nope, Cassiterite got worse again. There's no way that poor is the best I'm going to get. I don't know, I can check over here, where I've already got copper, and then if nothing else, I can just collect that copper and pretend that's why I came all the way out here. It'll be foolproof. I can also just prospect every 5 feet. Every 5 blocks is a new block. I mean, chunk. Whoops. Accidentally throwing my berries on the ground. A good source of food would be nice to find. I'm growing food, but not fast enough. So like more berry bushes would be sweet. Oh, once again, I'm just leaving copper places. And I think I just deleted that copper. Yep, it's gone. Whoops. Oh well. Nobody saw that. Good thing you can't create clips. I mean, I don't know why somebody would clip that, but it's a good thing you can't. I don't think this is going to count, because they're not on the same level. Oh, they're on the same level. Very poor cassiterite. I am just not catching a break with this cassiterite, am I? Oh, I'll just collect this copper. If nothing else, I can continue making copper prospecting picks. Might need to reduce my search to a smaller area and then just find the best poor group of cassiterite. Ow. Rude. You don't... What level of pick do you need for bismuth? As I misspelled bismuth. Bismuth bits. Do-do-do. Probably not gonna find what I'm looking for by doing that. Bismuth bits. Do-do-do-do-do. Smelts into. Collect by breaking. Bismuth is very pretty. If I don't need a bronze pick to collect bismuth, I could probably make bismuth bronze. But I do think that cassiterite's probably my best bet. It's just not a very good bet, based on my prospecting so far. I can continue north, and then maybe find a better place more friendly to mining. But I wouldn't hedge too many bets on that. You can also find surface tin veins, but it's super rare. I think very rare is the default setting. And if I changed that now, I could just go north and hopefully find some surface tin. Effectively cheap. Set it to common. Nobody would know. Except that I'm talking about it. And if I was going to do it, I would probably do it on stream. Alright. Real quick check, because I don't respect my pick. Let's see if there's any more copper in the area. Yeah, native copper, trace amounts, so it's still in the area. Probably under this, if I had to guess. Nope. Good thing I wasn't guessing. I think one of my issues is that I just keep jumping between blocks. Here we go. So as long as it takes to mine things in the game as it is, it does not help that I'm switching from block to block. But I'm so fidgety. And being aware of the problem isn't helping me fix it any faster. Still native copper in the area. As long as I get enough to make more picks, this is not technically a waste of my time. Maybe it's a waste of my time. It's not a waste of my pick, though. Alright, I'm gonna stop just digging blindly. It's not blind necessarily, considering I'm using my prospecting pick. But that's like half the problem. Alright, let's go. Let's head back home. I can work on my house a tiny bit more while I try to figure out what I'm going to do about this cassiterite situation. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot down there. cave-in, or not cave-in, but like stuff falling behind me. I don't know, cave-ins sound like they could be fun on paper, just not in practice. Just make the world a tiny bit more dangerous. Where is my best cassiterite? Poor, that's 7%. 8% here, though. I really want to find some tin so I can advance to the Bronze Age. It's on the to-do list, though. There's no sense in rushing. This game is more enjoyable if you take your time. I will continue to tell myself. I guess I could do a reading out here. The more readings I do, the more likely I am to accidentally stumble across something good. Once I've got my bronze, that's not, yeah, it's a little bit deeper here. I don't know if it has to be on the same level, but just to be safe, I'm going to make sure that it is. If I can find hematite, I'll be good. Oh, wrong search. There we go. Because like one good vein of hematite will last you forever. Poor cinnabar, halite, very poor cassiterite. Well, it's still in the area, I guess. I just gotta keep looking. It's around there somewhere. Ooh, more surface copper. I'm going to mark it and then collect it. Oh hey, Placenta Burrito, you seem to actually play this game. How do I quickly mark things on the map when I look at it? I see Corazar do it all the time. Another vintage story YouTuber, successful one too. Like, he'll just look at the copper, push some buttons, and then it's marked on his map. I need to know how he does that. I'll forget, but it would be cool to know. Right, let's see if the surface copper is not too deep down, because if it's not, I'll just go down there and get it now. It's probably pretty far down. Or it can't be too far down, otherwise it's not surface copper. Automatically marks them. That would be handy too, but I swear there's like a vanilla feature that quickly marks things. I guess I could just ask Corazar. I do wish that I had found Corazar's Let's Play on this game first. There's my copper. Medium, not bad. The first person I ever watched play this game was a Project Zomboid YouTuber named Private Lime. And Private Lime was playing the game so poorly that it inspired me to buy the game just to see if maybe he was bad at it, and he was. If Private Lime ever somehow sees this though, I'm not talking shit. Shut up. Shh. To be fair, I still really like his Project Zomboid videos. Wee. Nah, it's kind of interesting. I think I was unemployed, like between jobs when I first bought this game, so I probably shouldn't have bought it when I did. But I've since bought the game for like 5 people. Look, I bought this game 6 times. It's a good game. So nice you buy it 6 times. I guess it could be a macro. I'll have to look into it. I should also probably look into becoming a better vintage story streamer. I don't want this to be all I do with my channel, but I would be lying if I said these last couple of streams haven't been the most successful thing I've ever done on this channel. And it's more than a decade old. I probably sound young and youthful, but I'm actually 30, so I'm practically knocking on death's door. I've got 2 feet in the grave. This is a good amount of copper. Even if it was poor, this would be a good amount of copper. It just keeps going. I might have to stop just so that I can't accidentally dig myself into a hole I can't dig my way out of. So yeah, I'm like set on copper for a good bit. I just need that tin. I guess what I could do is I could make like 100 copper pickaxes and then just dig blindly for the tin. But that doesn't sound fun to do or watch. So the smart thing to do probably would be to just find a better source. Hopefully I can get out of here. Unpunished. Let's go. Fortunately, also as a rust mage, I require less food than most classes. Yeah, I was using it earlier. Node search. It's pretty handy, but even though it only searches in like a 6-block radius, I somehow can never find what it swears is right in front of me. So it's great. Asterisk. When it works, I love it. Oh, also, earlier in this stream, I found that oak tree that I was looking for. You could see it from my house, so I don't know how I couldn't find it earlier. If I had to make excuses for myself, I would say that the bear probably chased me away from it. And then I just, for some reason, didn't go back and look. Any more raspberries? Yes. In fact, I already grabbed some cuttings from these, so I don't know how some of them have gone uncut. Boom, new cutting. Can even pick some raspberries while I'm here. Did I pick those? I already had 11. I think they're in the bush. There we go. You know what they say? A raspberry in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Nobody says that, but what does that mean? A bird in the hand. Oh yeah, there's also this surface copper here. I've never gone down to dig for it. I can't imagine it's very good, but if I do need more copper... My babies! I need more of these seeds. But yeah, check it out. I got a couple of oak boards, some pine boards, which I just use for crafting, and then some wooden trunks. If I was more organized as a person, I would be in the money. Oh yeah, so I'm also filling out my floor here with basalt cobblestone. And then it's going to be expensive and or time consuming, but I want to make a border of polished basalt around it, and then I'm going to use oak log, or oak planks. I want glass, but I need fire clay to make bloomeries. And based on my map, there's no bauxite around. That's a different color clay, but it's definitely not bauxite because it's not super feckin' red. Alright, where's my hammer? Oh, I was looking at it. Let's go ahead and break some of these up. Alright, I've got 148 little chunks of copper. Probably going to need to make another hammer. Not that I'm in any rush to do so. Oh, my fish aren't rotted. What is the grossest thing I can make? Nope, that doesn't make anything. I should make a bucket. I don't have the flax for that. I mean, I probably do, I just don't have the flax that I think I can sacrifice to make a bucket. It would improve my quality of life significantly, though. I'll just use a bowl for now. Oh, all of my bowls have got stuff in them. Eat it, please. Alright. Is it 1 liter per, or is it 0.1 liter per? Also, I don't even know if I can make this much jam. Jam. Strawberry jam. I mean, these are raspberries. You get what I'm saying, though. That is not how you make jam. Maybe the issue is that I can only make 6 like that? Nope. Surely it's not a liter of water per berry. Alright, stop pressing J when I'm trying to press H. Jam. It's probably not called jam. It could be with honey, that might be what I'm doing wrong. Fruit preserves. That's whatever. Gonna dump this out. I'm just trying to figure out something I can do. It's on my to-do list to make a fruit press. I should make a fruit press. That's not a huge waste of my resources at all. I've got the copper for it. Alright, let's go ahead and heat this bar up. And then see how I make a copper bar. I'm gonna have to take these out. Whatever, throw my prospecting pick. Happy birthday to the ground. Alright. Ingot. What else do I need? I'm gonna grab 2 of these. There's only 1 in here. I'm gonna hope that 1 actually does its job. 1 is supposed to be enough. Doesn't seem to be half the time. I don't know what the variation seems to be. Yoink. I'm gonna make a fruit press. Doo-dah, doo-dah. There's a lot of pine trees in the area, so hopefully I can scrounge up 2 resin. That will require I make a bucket, but I'm gonna sacrifice some stuff to make a fruit press anyway. Hello, Vicar! Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. You can tell by the way I use my walk that I'm a health food envy. Come on. Just gonna watch this copper ingot heat up while I shove raspberries in my mouth. Usually it only takes 1 charcoal to bring it up to temp, but lately it's been taking 2. So we'll see if it stops at 900. If it does, then I guess it's supposed to do that now. It used to not do that. Watching it. Fucking piece of shit. Remember, kids, don't swear excessively. Charcoal pit. I need another one for some reason. 1 has been enough basically every time in the past. But because I brought attention to 1 being enough, it takes 2 now. Yep, need this again. Give me my torch. And there we go, heating back up. What the hell is that? Just a bunch of voxels all over my bed. I think from the torch. What are the odds that it requires more than 1 copper ingot to make a bar? What does it even mean by a bar? When I hear copper bar, I think like the ingot itself. Rolling pin. Oh, copper rod, that's what it's called. Please be something I can make with 1 ingot. Looks like it might be a 2 ingot kind of job. No, if I'm smart about this, it's a 1 ingot kind of job. Whoops, wrong button. Just couldn't bring these down. I should be fine. Fingers crossed. If I'm not going to be fine, just... No, I'll totally be fine. Just couldn't bring this up. Wrong button. I wish I would stop doing that. Can I walk it up? Yes. It's probably not as stressful as I make it look. Walking my voxels. What do you do? Alright. Let's go ahead and bring it back down. This is also much more intense than I'm making it look. Hell yeah, copper rod made! I don't remember having to do this in the past, so they must have changed the fruit press recipe. Or my memory sucks, but I suppose both things can be true. I don't think the ambient temperature would affect it. Look at that, it's pretty warm. 13 Celsius? I'd describe that as warm anyway, but I'm also crazy. I don't like any temperature warmer than 10 Celsius. And honestly, I prefer temperatures below freezing. Alright, copper rod made. I'm going to need to make another hammer sooner than later. Fruit press, one word. Copper rod. Lump of fat, I've got that. Some resin. And then a hammer and chisel. Easy peasy, assuming I can actually find resin. I don't even have a house yet, and I'm over here trying to make a fruit press. These are the kind of priorities you're going to get out of Storyteller WMD. I wonder if I shouldn't rebrand. Because WMD stands for William Methuselah Dalton, which is the name I go by. But that's not even true anymore, I just go by Sato online. You also used to be able to find my home address by Googling my full name, but can't do that anymore, I don't think. There's a chance if you donate to my coffee, though, that PayPal will just give you my full address. It shouldn't. I think it didn't last 2 times I tested that. Alright, so I need y'all to keep your eagle eyes open. Why am I still carrying my tongs? So I'm looking for a little chunk of something just on the side of one of these pine trees. Resin's gonna pool up on the outside of the branches, or not branches, the logs. Trunks? I think trunk is the word I'm looking for here. And I only need 2. So I should be fine. I just have to remember if it was on my live stream or the recorded episodes of my Let's Play so far that I broke a resin log on camera. There is a mod that makes resin logs appear to have resin on all sides. Oh, here we go. One more of those. And we should be fine. Problem is that I'm really dumb and I'm going to be checking the same 6 trees over and over again. Instead of looking for new trees to check. I guess I could just burn down the trees I've already checked. I'm mostly joking. It's a stupid idea. But it is something I would do. Also likely to just be mauled by a bear while I'm out here looking at trees. Whoop. Nothing. It might have been... Ooh, another one of these. Go ahead and shovel all of my... raspberries. Let's see here. We got some spelt seed. Not bad. Not very good. Throw it for now. I'll pick that back up. Some acacia seed. That's actually pretty good. I want that. I'll replace it for that single rock. Oh, gotta throw the rock. Carrot seeds. Want it. More stuff in there, though. Rice seeds. Cassava seeds. What the hell is going on with this trunk? Rye seeds. And then onion seeds. Is that everything? Yes, it is now finally empty. Oh, my raspberry clippings are drying. Go to my raw fish fillets. Single raw flax grain. I guess I can eat this. But I still can't free up enough space for all my random plant seeds I just found in a tree trunk. I don't need sand. Realistically, I'm never going to grow cassava. Alright, there we go. Managed to get all the seeds. Why were there so many seeds in that trunk, though? The trunk is unfortunately not a vanilla feature. That is also added by Primitive Survival. Oh, is there resin up there, or am I blind? Let me back up. There was not resin. Must find one more resin. Ooh, another cave. I mean, half these things that I'm calling caves are really just big holes in the ground. But, like, really, what is a cave if not just a big hole in the ground? I need one more resin, Vicar. Oh, what are you? Strawberries? No. I can't remember if those are poisonous or not. I believe they are, so I'm not going to waste the inventory space trying to check. Or not inventory space, but inventory shuffle. So what do you think, Vicar? Is watching an NB check random pine logs not the most entertaining thing you've seen all week? I suppose I'm not a random NB. We know each other. But you get my point. Alright, I can walk through here without extinguishing my torch. Of course, I found one resin quickly enough. And now that I need one more, it's just nowhere to be found. Hello, shark. I'm just looking at pine trees. That is kind of true. I need to find a pine tree with resin. Because I need one more resin for my fruit press. Oh, a bear. What if I shouldn't make a bow? I don't think I can make a bow unless I change the settings. Because the primitive bow is a hunter crafting recipe, and I am not a hunter. I'm a rust mage. I'm not faster than the bear, so I should leave it alone. Dog Rose. Nah, I can bear the search, just can't bear the bear. I need more pine trees. Pine trees that I haven't checked 1,000 times. That forest over there is, I believe, also pine. But it would be nice to just be able to make... Are you Dog Rose? A lot of Dog Rose around. Maybe the first thing I'll make is candied Dog Rose. Nope, not mature. Like me, it is immature. I mean, like, I'm fully grown. In fact, I'm actively dying. I might die of old age in this live stream. It's not mature either, but it's almost there. It would be easy if these pine trees didn't have all these leaves on them. to potentially distract me. More dog rose. Resin! Where'd it go? Did I eat it? Alright, well, still need one more resin. Maybe I broke it instead of harvesting it. Wouldn't surprise me. Well, I saw it drop to the ground like an item, which might be more evidence that I broke it instead of harvesting it like an idiot. But it's fine, I found 2 resin, I can find a third. I'm only a tiny bit losing my mind. Just making sure I can't accidentally eat my resin. Right, this is bear and wolf territory. So if you hear any, like, howling or growling, just say something. Kind of upset that I wasted that resin. Oh no. It's probably going to be another 40 years before I find another one. Maple. I could always make a spile, I think is how that word is pronounced. Are you a wolf? Wolf. Oh, there's a wolf pup, so there's probably another wolf around. Run for it. Right, despite not being safe at all, I've decided to continue my search for resin. Just a heads up. You are usually not faster than wolves. I've got my walk speed turned up a tiny bit, and then as a rust mage I've also got increased walk speed. So I can outrun wolves. I can't outrun bears for some reason. But unless you are a rust mage, you're probably not going to be outrunning wolves. I'm not doing a very good job looking for resin. The wolf pup barked. The adult wolf just kind of growled. As they are wont to do. Might as well just call this stream Lost in the Woods Looking for Resin. That might resonate with people. Har 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 har. Oh, that's just light. I've got resin madness. I can't tell the difference between sunlight and resin. It's pretty easy to find resin in like deserts, as weird as that sounds. Alright, now I've got 2 resin. Let's not do anything stupid and head home. I could have had 2 resin earlier, but I broke it somehow, like an idiot. I've got glasses in real life, but they're pretty old. You're supposed to get new glasses like every 2 years, and I think these ones are from 2020. So my glasses are just 3 years overdue for a new prescription. What's that? Oh, Ivy Vine. I already know that's poisonous. If I had the inventory space for it, technically, there is a reason to collect poisonous fruit and stuff. It turns into rot, which we can use to make compost. And you need compost, charcoal, and bone meal. Maybe just bones. No, I think it's bone meal. To make Terra Preta the best soil in the game for farming. That's it. No, I see the joke you're trying to make. But before my glasses in 2020, the glasses that I was using were from like... When were those? 2012? My glasses were like almost 10 years old. Needless to say, I could not see. More raspberry. I'm gonna temporarily throw that and see if I can't combine my cuttings. 31% dried. 13% dried. I did actually manage to save my cuttings. I don't have room in my inventory for the raspberries, though. So I'll just plant these by my house. What are you? Dog rose? Don't want. I mean, I will actually need all that dog rose eventually. What am I planting over here? Oh, pine. Unfortunately, you cannot get natural spawning pine resin nodes from pine trees you plant yourself. But I can just make spiles and collect resin the old-fashioned way, same way they make maple syrup. Actually, I can make maple syrup. Maple syrup portion. When drunk, 6 fruit satiety. That doesn't sound worth it. And I'm gonna put my resin in here. Hopefully my chisel, whatever I did with that. Here we go. Actually, let's see if I can't just make it with my mostly broken chisel. Put my seeds in here for storage. I can plant some of those, but I have to wait until summer if I want to plant the cassava. Just grab a bunch of this. I don't remember how much I need. Alright. So the rod goes there. Mostly broken hammer goes there. Oh, I need my lump of fat as well. It's a good thing I remembered. Spear's almost broken. Yeet. I, for some reason, left all of my fat over here with this traitor. As one does. I'm a good neighbor. I'm just leaving stuff in your basket. Oh, I've got 2 worms in here. And my raw hides aren't completely done. Or, like, spoiled. I will want to make fur coats and stuff, but those can wait. Also, realistically, I only need 1 fur coat. Alright, that's my own sand. I keep spooking myself. Alright. This here. This here. Where'd my chisel go? That there. Like that. I think the resin here, and then the lump of fat on the top. Other way around. Is my hammer too broken? Whoops. Fruit press. Oh, I need 3 wood. And these were the right way around the first time. Boom. Fruit press get. I mean, other than drying berries, I can't do anything with that until I have a... what's it called? Bucket. Surely I've got flax somewhere. Not there. I wish I could say that my inventory is going to get better managed as I go. But I try to only lie if it's really funny that I do so. Alright, I think this is all I need for the bucket. Yep, bucket. Oh, I could also use rope. In fact, that, I'm going to use rope. Ow. I'm not going to waste precious flax. I also think that these regrew pretty quickly. I need 6 of them, and then I can make my bucket. I now have 7. I'm the proud owner of 1 more reeds than I actually wanted. Alright, I do need more planks, actually. Like so. And then the rope. Boom. Bucket made. You know what I don't have is a cauldron. I have a saucepan. Can I use my saucepan for the same things I would use my cauldron for? I think so. Just in smaller amounts. Yeah, that sounds right to me. What is the context behind that Team Fortress 2 clip anyway? Let me see here. The basics. Bottles, saucepan. Functions somewhat similarly to a bucket, but you can place it onto a fire pit and boil the liquids inside, turning sap and juice into syrup. So yes, I can, if I remember what I did with my saucepan, use it as like a tiny cauldron. Yoink. Go ahead and put that on there. I don't have enough crowberries to do anything, but if I go around... I should plant this acacia. If I go around collecting all the dog rows I've seen in weird places... Boom. So I need tin, and I need fire clay. But I've at least got the ability to candy fruit now, which is exciting to only me. Of course, there's a lot of dog rows that'll be ripe in a couple days, but they aren't ripe now. Oh yeah, what did each team member wish for? Would imagine the scout wished for something stupid. Let's not accidentally eat my dog, Rose. Let's not accidentally eat my dog either. Different kind of embarrassing. Oh, I hear chickens. I don't have enough grain growing to justify keeping chickens yet. But I can turn meat, or grain into meat, or protein. It's basically like a one-to-one trade. You feed them grain, they give you eggs, which I will need. Alright, so is that why the spy said, "Dear God"? Oh, yeah, the music kicked in. Very festive. Notice how when I'm not looking for it, there's a million dog rows, but now that I'm out here looking for it, I don't see any dog rows at all. It's very likely mostly because I'm stupid. But I'm still gonna take offense to it. Oh, raspberry. I should really get around to making a cellar as well. Oh, the spy said this is a bucket? Right. Who said "Dear God"? Soldier? Sniper? I only know a couple of them. Let's wander into the woods again. Right, well I made a fruit press in a bucket. I don't think that those should have been as high on my priority list as they were. Oh shit, I'm dying. That's possible. Well, the soldier said "Dear God." Yes, I overlooked it. YouTube is also set to top chat again. Let me fix that. I don't know why it defaults to top chat. Presumably, that would just be chat as it is. Boom. I'm not entirely sure what top chat means, but live chat is definitely what I want. One of these days I'll get a chat rate over 1. But I probably need to be a tiny bit more, or a lot more entertaining for that. One of the two. My weird compulsions to make fruit presses instead of finishing my house probably aren't helping my metrics. Somebody would probably find the stream to realize that I'm an idiot, but you never know. They can probably just smell it on me. Ooh, carrots. I should plant my carrot seeds. I should really focus on more things, or rather stop splitting my focus. So the opposite of what I said. Do I have a knife on me? I do. I've also got these raspberry cuttings I keep forgetting to plant. Alright. Did I break chat? By switching it to live chat? Hopefully not. 10 dog rows. There was a dog rows over here, but I was distracted by other things that are going to continue to distract me. Yoink. Didn't get anything. Boom! You'd think a rust mage would have an easier time getting the stuff from these rift blooms. It's like my whole thing. Alright, 16 is probably not even enough to juice. Five liters of juice. Oh, actually, that makes puree. Let's do it. Who cares? My bucket's down there, right? Yes. I'm starving, though. Let's go ahead and eat some more crowberries. Walk into my own plants. Did I break chat? Or is it just weirdly quiet? Because I made it obvious that I can't read. It's not a question mark. Come on. There we go. Whoops. Seems to still be working. Totally fine. Dry rosehip mash. Dehydrated dog rose. And the contents of my bucket. Oh yeah, press is done. It's right there. I don't have a whole lot of reason to have made that right now. I've got this 5 liters of rosehip puree. If I get desperate, I can come in here, take a bowl and drink it. It's already almost gone. I don't have enough dog rose to candy that. Oh, look at that elemental over there. Yes, more pressing matters. Like the fruit press. What I need to do is finish my house. Because once I get a house here, I can build a cellar. And the cellar is where I'm going to actually start keeping the food that I don't plan on eating raw. So I know what I should be doing. My brain's just doing everything else. If that makes sense. Let's go ahead and pick these up. Boom. I need more smooth basalt. Alright, fine, I'll move the dwarf fuse, or however you pronounce that. Yeah, my house will be light. Like a lighter higher up, so it's fine. If it's a little bit dark. I'm gonna go collect the cobblestone from that ruin, so I don't have to make my own Clay is a precious resource. I also do need to find bauxite. I just don't want to travel super far. But I have to, if I want to make any progress. Ooh, hell yeah. Even though I almost never get what I want from these. When I do, get that small dopamine rush. Like, look at that. Already got 2 of them. And 3. As a rule of thumb, it's good to be careful around those. Don't just stand in them like I do. But it's fine, because the drifters would never hurt me. I'm their favorite deputy. Why am I coming this way? Oh yeah, the ruins. I could really use like an on-screen sticky note or something. I know that Steam has such a feature, but that would probably be visible to everybody. And I would rather my sticky notes be private in case I write something super stupid on them. Alright, I have this place marked as where the ruins are, but it's clearly not where they're actually at. Those are my raspberry bushes. The ruins are around here, unless I got really turned around. It also might not be a bad idea to start breaking non-fully grown crops like this as well. Won't always get seeds, but when I do get seeds, I can actually plant those somewhere I'll remember to pick them up. Flax is only good for the thread, though. Like, as a food source, it kind of sucks. You just end up with a lot of it, making it half decent for feeding chickens. More dog rows. Don't eat my dog rows. If I get enough of those, I can still actually candy it. Right, this is a good amount of dog rows. Still haven't found why I actually came out here, but I will not say no to rose hips. I don't think that's going to dry on my person. Well, it's fresh for 40 days. That might dry while I'm carrying it around. Dog rose hips. No idea. I know what rose hips are. But either they're called dog rose hips, and people just usually don't call them dog rose, or it's a different type of rose hip. What are you? Bunchberry. Those kind of suck. I should pick it up, though. Might as well. I'm starving. Alright, I'm starting to think that my setting my marker for over here as where the ruins are was a joke. That I'm only playing on myself. Because I'm not seeing any ruins. I am strongly considering just using my clay. Oh, that's forest floor. I do think there's more oak out here. Yeah, oak logs. I'm gonna mark these for sure, because I need more oak. Oak trees. Save it. I'll probably remember to come back here. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. So that it's not. I can't find the ruins. Oh, look at that. Another... no, those aren't resins. Funeral bell. Do you think those are edible? With a name like Funeral Bell, that sounds friendly. I'm likely to be mauled to death by wolves if I hang out in the woods too much. which is what I've been spending a lot of my time doing. Almond mushroom and indigo milk cap. Not by Hero Wolf Pup, so there's probably an adult wolf somewhere nearby. I should just leave the forest. This isn't even where what I'm looking for is. Would be sweet if I could find a walnut tree, though. More oak. Black Nightshade! Yoink. This one's even already fruiting. Yep. I don't think there were any, Nope, no, here we go. So there's two different types of black nightshade berries. There's the ones that you can't eat, and then the ones that you can. And you seem to mostly get the edible ones from black nightshade. So it's exciting, and I plan on growing it. I'm going to be like a... I'm going to make black nightshade brandy. Or liquor, whatever it's called. I could probably check. Nope, that's sea berry. I need dog rose. Or black nightshade. But that's just a new thing that I've suddenly decided I'm doing. That's Pete. For Pete's sake. As I look around, I can't help but notice that I'm surrounded by low-quality soil. I picked a horrible place to set up and start farming. On a positive note, I am finding a lot of sea berries, though. Worst case scenario, I just have to candy those instead. More dog rose. What is this? Rose petals. That's not what I want. I didn't even know I could pull those off. Shouldn't have done that. It's an ingredient for rose petal wine. That sounds fancy. Sweetened water. Honeysuckle flowers. Water. I didn't know I could pull flower petals off. Apparently eat them. But this is just more knowledge to haunt me. I didn't even know rose petals were edible. Ooh, lingonberries. I'll eat these as well. Because I'm starving. And what are you? Hackberry tree. I'll leave that alone. If I wait until it's grown up, though, I can hack at it. Har har har. Flax seeds. Flax seeds. I'm not doing a very good job at heading home. In fact, it looks like I'm just lost in the woods again. I have an idea as to how this keeps happening. But then I would have to admit that I've got flaws as a person. Oh, chickens. Bitter nightshade is always poisonous, so there's no point in collecting that. Unfortunately. I don't know that I'm familiar with distraction dance. No, I've just got ADHD that I can't medicate. For financial reasons. But I really want to. Boom, boom. Bada boom. How many dog rows do I have? 31. Let's see here. Candied fruit. Boil one fresh fruit with 0.0 liters of its corresponding syrup. How many liters do I have in here? 3. Just going to add a tiny bit more. What am I looking at? There we go. Make 7 liters. Okay, good. I just moved them. I thought they disappeared. Oh no, the American healthcare system sucks. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We would never stop talking about it. Especially considering I am a socialist. New York recently voted a socialist as mayor. Just goes to show that people don't hate socialism, they hate spineless cowards that don't actually stand for anything. Looking at you, modern Democrats. I don't know how many viewers I have, but I'd imagine they're all on their way out. Do. 1% dried. Is there 0% dried? Stacking them anyway. Alright. No, that adds up. I, for some reason, thought... Whatever. Doesn't get what I thought. I, for some reason, thought that'll only add up to 8 liters. 4 makes sense. I'm sorry, buddy. Gotta go. I'm expanding my whatever the hell these are. Stable rift blooms. Stable rift blooms for an unstable mage. Let's go and throw those in here. Boom. Stop it. Get some help. There we go. Light that up. Go ahead and close my door, since I've got a door that I can close safely now. On reflection, I only have 1 bucket. Back. Let's make another bucket. I should be fine to not die. Boom. Boom. I should add these to my stack. What I need is jars. Not jars, bottles. If I could make bottles, I should plant my deadly nightshade, or black nightshade. Oh. Darn jerks out here throwing rocks at me. There we go. Good enough. Close that. Hopefully I don't run out of firewood. I can make a weapon to kill that guy. It's not too big of a deal. It's just not ideal. Yeah, I might have to kill that guy. Oh, I don't have any sticks in here. Could you go away? Shoo. I shouldn't run out of firewood. Yeah? They always have so much on their mind. But that there... Yep. What are you doing? He's not the first one that I've seen do that. Are they bowing to me because I'm a rust mage? Just ignore that I am a level 1 rust mage. I only have 10 mana. And no magic XP. More because I keep getting distracted. Give me these. Alright. There we go. For a lot of reasons, this is more efficient with a cauldron and bottles. Where? There's the rest of my dog rose. I might have a tiny bit more syrup than I need for dog roses. Of course, candying fruit is pretty impractical. I don't know why I'm doing that now. I need to be working on my house. He'll either go away on his own or I'll wait until morning and kill him. That is a downside to not being able to see my, or see out there. I can't see outside because my door is actually solid. Do 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 do. I forget how hard it is to come across food in the early game. On the server, we have we had, server's gone. If we reopened it, we'd probably just start another server. We had quite an impressive farm. Sometimes my own shoulder blades scare me. They just pop up out of the corner of the screen. Yeah. Who's a precious baby? I kind of feel bad for them. I think that within lore, they're like people who are reincarnated for just being shit people. Boom. And instead of becoming like a grasshopper or something. Oof, I can only put 4 of those in there. This is going to be quite the adventure. Trying to candy fruit. You can rightfully argue that I'm wasting my own time, but it's fun. And sometimes fun is more important than practical. Should avoid eating that nightshade. What happened to the edible nightshade? I probably already ate it, knowing me. Oh, rift activity is high. And it's just after midnight. And 4 candied dog rose, fresh for 7.9 years. 2.1 in my pocket. Do 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 do. Only 150 satiety though, and heals 1 HP. Candying fruit is a good thing, it's just not something I should be doing right now. Why am I doing this right now? Go ahead and put my knife back. I'm probably partially doing it because I'm stuck indoors. Fresh for 5 days, it's only 1/3 of a serving now. Couldn't eat that as well. I said eat it as well. Well, there's 2 of them now. They're synchronized at least. Yep, don't want to waste too much of my firewood. Grab a tiny bit more of my syrup. Honestly, if there was anything better I could be doing with my time, I guess I could sleep. At this point, it's already morning though, almost. Stop pressing the wrong button, me. Since if you look, it's June. How's it already June? I need to plant my cassava. I might just have to wait until next year for that. Why do they bow? It's probably not even bowing, it's probably just curling up for some reason. Alright, last 3, and then I can just eat the rest of my syrup. Oh great, there's an elemental out there doing something. I can hear it. Elementals are always doing something they shouldn't be. Right, that should finish cooking as it is. But yeah, being fresh for 2.1 years is pretty powerful. I can't build an oven until I find fire clay. But I can make a second saucepan to make a mixing bowl. Which opens up a lot of possibilities for somebody who has an oven. And I hasn't oven. Nope, it's still there. Kinda hoping it would go away. My spear is almost broken. Yep, follow me. Oh, there's the elemental. Alright, my house is a little bit chaotic at the moment. Oh, there's another elemental. Let's run this way. Oh, I left my torch at home. It's fine. I'll just run this way. Collect some clay, I think. There was some clay in this direction. More dog rows. A lot of that will be ripe in the next 5 or 6 days. And they're going to... fresh berries for 31 days. So if I just hold off on that, I can get a lot of berries at once. And then probably make more candy. Or candied fruit, rather. Candy is another thing you can make in this game. But it requires a mixing bowl, grains that I don't have. Which direction is the clay I found? Maybe I'm hallucinating, and there was no clay in this world. There's red clay around here somewhere. I need more clay to build the cobblestone for my floor. Foundation doesn't matter as long as it's a stable area. I don't think it's an unstable area, like my stability doesn't go down while I'm sitting in home. But it also doesn't go up very fast either, if I do something like purposely drop my sanity to 0. But dropping my sanity to 0 is going to be easier than ever. Ew. Don't really have a lot of inventory space. Don't need that on me. Only got 2 seeds. Huge waste. I'm also out here for clay. I could have sworn I marked clay on my map. Nope, no markings. I have clay. Might have to just use what I've got. It should be more than enough, but you can never have enough clay. Which contradicts my it should be more than enough statement. What are you, maple log? A maple log? Well, my favorite wood type in this game is walnut. Alright, I'm gonna check out this hole on the side of the mountain. And then I'm gonna wander back home. Whoops. Woo! Made it up there. Can't see very far. All I'm seeing is quartz, which I don't need right now. Can't collect it anyway. What is this? Limestone. Limestone is the other type of rock I like. Limestone around here. Save it. Figure out what this is and then just head back, I suppose. Mature turnips. Inventory space, inventory space. Give me some turnip seeds. Pretty decent luck on these turnip seeds. Of course, as soon as I point out my luck, the next two have none. Hole in the ground. Really, any cave in this game is a dangerous cave. See, I don't need this single flint. I can gather raspberries and then more raspberry cuttings. I can't pull off raspberry petals, which I guess makes sense. I don't know why you would do that, or what you would do with them. Did I forget my knife at home? I guess I can't grab cuttings. There's no point in marking that on the map. I'll totally remember to come back here. I'm not being sarcastic from experience at all. Is there anything in that rift I can break? Doesn't look like it. No. Nope, nothing there for me. Sometimes pylons have been spawning in these rifts, and I can get magic stone if I break them. I don't particularly need magic stone, but it's nice to have. Oh, hey. These aren't the ruins that I originally marked. Oh, they're shale. I need basalt. Seed vessel. Got a bunch of carrot seeds. Cannot argue with that. Carrots are going to become my main source of vegetable satiety. Wonder what's up with all these dead animals. Bony soil. Should be a vessel there. Must have already found this place. Let's go ahead and mark it as shale ruins. If I call them other ruins, I'll have no idea what I'm talking about. More than anything, I want that bony soil, but if I mark it, I'll know to come back. Unlike those raspberries. I'll remember to come back to those without marking them. Probably just stumble across them eventually. More dog rows. What I need to do is adventure to somewhere I've not been yet. Probably this way, since that's a desert. Probably not going to contain bauxite, but if it does contain bauxite, I can make a raspberry. I can make an oven. Or two. You can never have enough ovens. It is kind of sad that they made fire clay so much more rare. Like, I guess some of the appeal that this game has, or a lot of the appeal rather, does come from the challenging nature. The game makes you work for what you have. But like, just an oven? Come on, I've already got a fruit press. I should be allowed to have an oven as a treat. Make it up to myself for jumping into these thorned bushes all the time. No, that's spelt. Don't not want spelt. Nothing. I should really get around to making a cellar so I can actually keep my food fresh. Well, let's go ahead and plant this stuff. I can also hear a lot of movement. Probably nothing. It's just the wind. Alright, now that I can make a bucket, I can expand my farm. Oh, it's only fresh for 8 hours. Gotta hurry up and cut that up. Except that I don't have a knife on me. Nothing. Also nothing. Let me in. Full disclosure, I can't remember what I did with my knife. There it is. 2 fish fillets. Can't cook properly on that. My clay is probably in my other chest. Do. I am picking this up, moving it. I wish my brain worked. Alright. One serving of fish stew with onion and turnip. Of course I've got my firewood on me, because my inventory's a mess. Light that up. Wait for it to finish cooking. Put my tongs back, because those have been on me this entire time. Alright, let's make a good amount of cobblestone. Only 32. Should be enough. Hopefully it's enough. I can't do math, so I'm just going to have to trust in the heart of the cards. It's not enough. Wait. It's enough. It's a thing of beauty. I've got a floor. Still don't have, like, a cellar or walls. But, you know, baby steps. Still have to decide where I want the door. Maybe have a door here, and then a small door here, just so that I can continue to access what used to be my house. And then I'll just expand in ways that make sense as I go. Because I'm something of a champion of making sense. Oh sweet, I actually got at least got my unfortunately I don't have any commands set up. So exclamation mark moth can't do anything yet. Oh sweet, each one of those actually gave me my seed back. Shifting fibers. I need to find out what I've been doing with those. So hopefully I've not just been throwing them on the ground, which is realistically what I've been doing with them. Shifting fibers. There's some rice I could be using. I always seem so sure of myself when I say I don't have any resources. I need one more shifting fiber because I keep throwing them away. Like an idiot. Did you... I don't suppose I can actually craft these, can I? I can, but only by taking Mage Weave apart. So, technically, I can't. I'll just have to wait for these to grow and actually be smart about it going forward. How are these doing, anyway? We'll grow in about 9 days. I'll probably die of starvation by then, but... Ooh, a black sandstorm. That's kind of neat looking. I should check my fish stew. Hello, Penny! Boom. Let's see here. 288 protein and then 300 vegetable. And it's already gone. Basically didn't fill me at all. Let me out of my own house. These are probably both out of earthworms. Yep. No bait. I'll just bait each one with a little raspberry. Fish love raspberries. Maybe. Building montage when? It's gonna be hard to do that on my stream, like live, as I go. But I've got like 2% of a house and a fruit press. The fruit press was a bit of an impulse. I don't know why I did that. I don't need a fruit press. I don't even have a cellar yet. I also did some prospecting. It is not looking good, but I've got 8% cassiterite here, but it disappears in a lot of places. It's like 6% there, 7% or 0.07% there, 0.4% there. Could have sworn, yeah, 0.04% there. So in theory, cassiterite exists. In practice, let me eat a raw onion. I don't know that I'm actually gonna find any anytime soon. I need to enter the Bronze Age. Yeah, I hear you, Rift. Crystal! My stability's going down, but it's fine. My sanity as a tank never goes down. Alright. Do I have my prospecting pick on me? I do. I shouldn't. I don't need it on me. But I'm gonna come out here a ways to this other desert, and then just randomly prospect, and hopefully find a good amount of tin. Or any amount of tin. Ooh. I need to stop looking at those. Black elderberry is edible. This isn't too far from my house. I will mark it though, because I get lost easily. Your father smells of elderberries, and your mother was a hamster. What are you? It's just black elderberry. Dwarf elderberry is toxic for some reason. I guess it's just got short berry syndrome. Surprisingly, some amount of black nightshade is edible. Oh, they're wolves. Are you a walnut tree? Probably just maple. Yeah, it's just maple. And common huckberry, or hackberry. There's a fruit in this game called huck cherries, I think. Which doesn't sound very edible, but they're apparently another overpowered food source. Up there with, like, cloudberries. Maybe they're not huck cherries, I think they're husk cherries? Yeah, that sounds more right. Get this stuff so I can expand my farm. It's almost too late in the year to be growing stuff, but winter approaches and I don't have any food. When I say winter approaches, it's like, what, June 4th in the game? Wrong button. Oh, it's still only the 2nd of June. I'm being more productive than I thought I was, if a day hasn't passed yet. More lingonberries. Probably no harm in picking these up, just to eat on the road. Ooh, and some surface copper. I wish I knew how people were marking these on their map. Not that. Control-Shift-M? No, just Control-M. Well, that's the macro editor, which could be a macro, is how it's done. Stop pressing the wrong button, me. Let's go ahead and mark this as copper, though. I'll probably come back, unless I get lost. Too bad lingonberries suck. I could totally candy these. Whoops. Oh, that's fine, actually. The plan was to eat these. Oh yeah, it's now Vintage Story Pride Month. I seem to be the only person walking around. There's some human traders, but they never leave their caravans. It's probably a metaphor for the fact that I'm openly non-binary and asexual. And then the caravans are stuck in their caravan. They've trapped themselves in the closet because they don't want to be mauled by wolves. Very real threat. Is this basalt? Oh. Granite's not usually dark. Or maybe granite is dark? Is there more than one type of granite now? Am I confusing granite and marble? I'm gonna mark that on my map too. Granite ruins. Save. Yeah, granite's usually like a gray color. That's the color I remember granite being. I don't have my torch on me, because why would I when I'm wandering out into the woods? I suppose that is gray, it's just dark. That's the issue. No, wolves just represent the average Twitter user. So basically, like, transphobic, homophobic, you name it, wolves are it. In the game, anyway. Wolves in real life are kind of cool. We can also... Or we domesticated them over, like, millions of years. Thousands of years. Some amount of time. Dwarf pine. Can I make seeds? Can I just plant this? Do I have to cut it? Let's go ahead and eat these elderberries. And then figure out how I get dwarf pine. Because these are actually a... Oh! Shiver! Run for it! Ow! Hi there! You wanna be friends? I'm just gonna sleep in this bed if it's all the same with you. Good thing I've got my candied fruit on me. I can still hear the shiver out there, just squeaking. Or whatever sound you describe that as. Let me onto the bed. Alright. So anyway, get a weapon you can, like, give me for free. You know, since we're in quite the predicament. What to do? Artisan? Probably. Not going to have a weapon for me. I've got a mostly broken basalt spear. Gonna have to be enough. Run for it. Raspberries. I can never have enough raspberries. Why do I have the most random shit on me? More dog rose. I do wonder why sometimes the bushes are taller. Sometimes they're not. Can I just plant this? Let's just look up dwarf pine. Yes, I need a clipping. Unfortunate. I mean, I can go get one. It's just a bit chaotic over there at the moment. To recover from that situation, I'm going to need to eat 4 raw turnips. And then throw that, because that's been taking up too much space in my inventory for who knows how long now. Alright, I want raspberry clippings, which are not those. And I want the dwarf pine, if I can get it, without dying. Alright. Get the clippings. I can also lengthen the shelf life of my existing raspberries by stacking them. Not by a whole lot. But it's better than it was. And who knows, if they survive the trip back home... That's a strange color. That's also a strange color. Probably just flowers, but I wanna go over there and look at those. Where am I on the map? Pretty far. Let's go grab those clippings as I walk into a raspberry bush. Oh good, that shiver disappeared right in front of me. Which is good, admittedly. I don't want to deal with a shiver. I'm faster than they are, but only because of my class. Also, I think that the more rare shivers are also faster. Got a bunch of valuable plant cuttings on me. They should survive the trip. Really, I just want to see what this blue and purple mess is. Oh, a hole. I don't have my torch on me, and it seems to be full of water, but I like a good wet hole. I don't know if being able to finish that sentence or not being able to finish that sentence is better or worse. Oh, fuck yeah, more raspberries. On reflection, I've probably got enough raspberries to last me until the heat death of the universe. Or like raspberry bushes, rather. Alright, seems to be it for the berries that are already grown. Can I climb, please? I guess I'm not as much part mountain goat as I used to be. Yep, that looks like a desert, but that does not look like a bauxite desert. And I need a bauxite desert. Also, I'm going too far south. Oh. That's a better ruin. I mean, I knew I had the mod installed, but that's the first time I've actually seen a better ruin. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to explore that this stream, not to mention I don't have armor or weapons. Ooh, more clay. Or more clay. More surface copper. No, yes. I came out here to do something. What I need is fire clay so I can make an oven. But kind of like my smoky quartz? Nope, quartz chunk. That will someday be helpful, but by the time it is helpful, I'll be able to collect a bunch of it. Ooh, more surface copper. Almost not worth marking. I wasn't able to finish my sentence. Oh no, I think I did. I need fire clay so I can make an oven. But I also still don't have a cellar that I plan to put that in. So there's a bunch of stuff that I need to be doing, and I'm just doing none of it efficiently. If that makes sense. So now what I'm doing before I head back home is I kind of want to check out these. That looks like another ruin. Because these are probably just flowers. But they're not usually so uniform in color like that. So if they are flowers, they're interesting flowers. Also, I'm collecting so many raspberry clippings. I've got 15, and then 4 of those dwarf pine, which seems to be drying up pretty quickly, probably because I'm in a desert. But I won't be in a desert for long. Are those goats? Come back, I love you. Look, it's a kid. Anyway. Adorable goats aside. Let's get down there before my stuff dries out. Just look at it, and then I'll head back home. Oh, that's sandstone. I need bauxite, which is bright red. Once there is bauxite in the area, it's going to be hard to miss. But finding an area with bauxite is going to be an uphill battle. Here's another trader. Running through the grass. Having a blast. Oh, they got their door closed. And I've opened it. You are a treasure hunter. Helpful to know where it is. I think there's one closer to my house, otherwise I would mark that guy. And of course, the treasure hunter is only useful if I have a tin bronze pickaxe. And it will be 700 years before I get one of those. Speaking of which, one of the reasons I wanted to come out here was to prospect. So let's go ahead and just do a random picking. Excuse me, on my way. There we go. Should be far enough. Get out of here, stick. Under normal circumstances, I need more sticks. But these aren't normal circumstances, I'm just screwing around in the desert. One more sample. Who knows, I might just come out here to mine. High cassiterite. Dang it, I'm gonna have to come out here to mine at some point. Anyway. Look at this place. Ooh. I don't know where the entrance is, but it's gonna be dangerous as hell in there anyway. It's big too. Oh, they're black beans. Those looked like soybeans for a second there, and I'm like, what the hell are soybeans doing this far north? I don't not want black beans. What the hell is going on over there? If I had to hazard a guess, that's a lightning bug. It looks cool. It's probably just a lightning bug. And I think I found the entrance. Yep, lighting bugs galore. Surely there's not going to be any monsters in here. And if there are, I've got my mostly broken basalt spear. I got quiet all of a sudden, because if I can hear the monster before it sees me, I should be fine. Dryad saddle. Better ruins usually have treasure. But if there's a treasure room, it's probably underground or inside. Yeah, I'm not finding shit. Dough ear. And a walnut log. I'm definitely going to come back around here to look around. And if nothing else, just take that walnut with me. Alright, I'm not finding anything. This place looks cool. If I liked the material, it would probably be fun to try to spruce it up a little bit. Like refurbish it. Right, let's head north. And then head back before my stuff dries up. 9% dried, 11% dried. I've got plenty of time in theory. In practice, yeah, we'll see. Now these things that I'm trying to investigate are probably just flowers. So nobody get their hopes up too high. That's my job. I'll be like, oh, cool. What supernatural entity is causing all this blue and purple? This place could be dangerous, especially with all the exposed... Help, I'm stuck. There we go. Especially with all the exposed sand. Like, how much would it have sucked if I was down there? What is that? Wolf? Chicken? Coal? Yeah, it's just coal. Well, you only need copper to get coal. I might as well mark that. It's not something I care about right now. Come on, dispel things, me. I'll even make it brown. Boom. That's gonna be hard to see later. That's mostly visible. Like if you squint. Alright, here's the ruin I'm looking for. And yes, the bright blue and purple spots on the map are just flowers. Like a large amount of them. Right, let's look at the ruin. What are you? Dog Rose? Yes. I'll look at the ruin and then head back. That's just too many voxels. Food vessel? Don't care. Seed vessel. Do care. What do I not care about? I care about everything I've got on my person. There we go, I can just stack those. 7 pumpkin seeds? Might be too late in the year to plant those. But pumpkins are really good. And this ruin is kind of another bust otherwise. But the pumpkin seeds were worth it. Alright, heading back home. I will continue working on my house. What are you? Beets. I'll leave those alone too. Probably come back this way. Those are New World crops anyway, so they don't work with my existing food mods. Potato. No seed. No seed. I wanted to drop a potato though. I don't have anything I don't care about. I'll just eat these how they are. I'd like to know I'm not getting any potato seeds. Yeah, not a 1. If I actually got a potato seed, I would maybe care enough to try to take it with me. Because you can make vodka with potatoes. In fact, it's like the best way to do it. That's a lot of surface brown coal. Sure wish I would stop pressing the wrong button first. Boom. Alright. Headed back home. Ivy is inedible. Or rather, ivy berries are inedible. I'm going to ignore that little crystal on the ground. Statistically speaking, it's not something that benefits me. If I get a drop at all, it would have to be a rust crystal for me to be able to bring it with me. A small rust crystal. There we go. Alright, continuing to head home. Whoop at you. Thankfully I've got a marker pointing me to home so I can head a little bit more straightforwardly as the crow flies. Too bad I'm live streaming. This is usually the kind of part that I would cut out of the video where I'm just running. Well, that's just flint. Not important. I was hoping to find bauxite out here. The high cassiterite's good. That means I'll probably actually find it. And with a tiny bit of looking around, I might even be able to find ultra high cassiterite. What the hell? Dwarf pine. I also want more cuttings of this. They're almost as good as peanuts. That isn't true. Or at least don't think that I can make butter out of dwarf pine nuts. Uh-oh. Never mind. I thought I was about to fall to my death. As I do. Probably wouldn't die. But I would fall in a hole. And that's inconvenient at the best of times. More dwarf pine. And a rift opening up right in front of me. If I didn't know any better, I would say that these rifts are just starved for attention. Where'd those dwarf pines go? Nowhere? Did I lose them? Wouldn't surprise me. I'll have to be more careful going forward. Will I be? Well, that remains to be seen. Normally if I can't pick something up, it just drops on the ground. But this is a modded item, so it could behave differently. Must get my tree cuttings, or snippings, whatever they're called, in the ground. Look how pretty that rift is. Oh, look, a bear. Anybody who watched the last stream remember what the Finnish word for bear is? Am I still alive? I think I'm still alive. Oh hey, I'm back home. Alright, let's get all this stuff in the ground. I don't think I have enough raspberry bushes. I guess I could curve the raspberry bushes. Like just create an L. And take the L. Come on. It doesn't have to look good, it just has to keep me fed. That's dog rose. Unfortunately, once I place these, they pretty much live there until I can get more cuttings and move them in the future. So I can't be doing things all willy-nilly, except that that's exactly how I'm doing things. I don't even know anybody named Nilly. Or Willy for that matter. I've known a couple people who went by Willy, but every single one of them was somehow an asshole. I don't think it's the nickname's fault. But like, even if you look at the most famous Willy, Steamboat Willy, dude kept stealing a steamboat. I don't know yet how Free Willy was an asshole, but it probably was. I don't know what I'm rambling about. What was I doing? Working on my house? Probably have to end the stream very soon here. A cellar would be nice. Let's see here. My front door is going to be here, which is a bad spot for it. My front door can be over here. I don't have any ladders. So much that I need to do. So little time to do it. I need to make a cellar as well. I guess I could just bury a chest or something. And then just call that a cellar. Oh look, there's an element over there. Or elemental. I'm being a jerk. So much to do. I guess I could also dry these out. Fresh for 1 day. Fresh for 18 hours in storage. Not ideal. Liters of juice. How do I make a barrel without pushing all the wrong buttons first? Alright, barrel. Just sticks and boards. Sticks and boards. Naturally, sticks are the thing I need the most. What a bunch of random stuff in here. Kind of want to keep those on my person since they stay fresh longer on me somehow. Oh hey, one of the trees I planted has already grown. Ideally I would make 2 barrels. since I also plan on juicing the lingonberries. That's enough to make 2 barrels. And then I need 6 planks. Perfect. What's this? Pie cheese shelf. It'll be a good while until I'm able to make cheese. Put that there. Unlocked a new achievement. What is it? Interesting. I've definitely picked that up before. It's not going to tell me anything about this achievement. Unless that is it telling me about the achievement. Yeah, there's no way that's what that is. Curious. What was I doing? Oh yes, my barrel. Let's go and dry out these raspberries. Raspberry juice, fresh for 25 days. That's probably what that said. Now 16 raspberries is not enough to get more juice out of, but I can get a bunch of juice out of these lingonberries. Unless I start eating them. I think I accidentally ate a single lingonberry. Don't know how I managed that. Probably just being goofy. Too hot for flour to fruit. Alright. So if I want a decent amount, or not necessarily a decent amount, but if I want an even amount of juice, I'm gonna have to find another single lingonberry somewhere. I guess I don't need an even amount, per se, for what I'm doing. Oh, whoops. I'm gonna have to fully close this again, since I didn't realize I opened it. Ooh, there's lightning going on over there. Could be a natural storm, could be an elemental. Just going to town on, like... Whoops, put that back. It's an uneven amount, but I can just drink that away. I don't think you can turn an uneven amount into booze. Boom. Yeah, if I sealed it, it would take like 21 days anyway. When I could, just for the next couple of days, be drinking juice and eating dehydrated berries. Those will dry slowly in my inventory. Emphasis on slow. These ones are only 6% dried. Anyway, I do have to stop streaming, unfortunately. Let's not end the stream in a hole. More of these are growing. I was hoping to have unlocked magic. I mean, I already had magic. I was hoping to have made a magic staff this stream, but I got too distracted by other things. And my love, apparently, for throwing away super important string that I need. Yeah, I got 3 of those. I need 1 more shifting fiber. Who knows? Maybe I need more than 1 Arcanus. Yeah, I need 1 more shifting fiber. And then I could have made a staff. But I'm stupid, so I didn't. Anyway, if you are still watching, which I can't imagine is too many people, I would like to set it up so I can check. Oh, they've got 9 people here. I just want every single one of you to know that you are appreciated. If you are active in chat, extremely appreciated. If you are for some reason watching this later as a VOD, you have the patience of a saint. Anyway, like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more.